Hello and welcome as it is the 17th day of December 2020. This is the Money Charts channel, all bets, trades, and of the like within each's own risk and their own reward. We'll look at the silver market. I'll go over the videos that I've done today, and I've done a lot. So I'll just quickly give you an idea of what has been uploaded, so if there's any of interest. So we'll do that now. As I most recently put out, and a lot of them are different topic. Sports betting, my strategy within sports betting, 22-minute video. Bankroll management, how I place bets, and really the basics of it is when you win you bet more, when you lose you bet less, and then you just let the math play from there. Theta charts in 2020 Christmas spirit, so I talk about theta, why it's going up. Ripple chart, same thing. Bitcoin breaking 20,000 and LITECOIN nearing 100. And this was yesterday. Silver charts entering December 16th. Now it is entering the 17th. And within this, I want to take a look at this on two different exchanges, both for two different levels. One because of the Fibonacci, and one because of what the daily chart looks like. And this one will be the silver futures. I think that's an I, one explanation point, and then the other one that just says the. Let me just where is it? Silver here. So you know, look at it this way. There's a Fibonacci here, and then the Fibonacci is a little bit different there. But amongst this, we can see what is 23.6% down from this side of this low. At 38.2%, which just hasn't been testing. I've already went over a lot of that type of stuff, but I find that really interesting how these levels have worked out very well. But this is what's annoying, is these gaps. And what's up with these gaps? I mean, hourly time frame, it looks fine here. I mean, you shouldn't be able to see any, but why it has this gap open like this? Well, see, if I look at it from this one here, yeah, that looks better. I mean, that just looks nicer for how the daily chart looks, at least. It's just that this other previous exchange, well, it has the key Fibonacci points, and it has a more data on the long term, which is pretty much why I look at both of them. It's still in the sideways range. It's just now testing the highs it tried and failed to break out from on ending October 12th and November 9. So now it's another attempt. And there's even a couple other. This is really attempt number 5. For you have attempt number 1 on October the 9th. Okay, correct. Attempt number 2, breaking above the 18 average of highs on October 21st, and also go. And then no so go again November 5th, no so go again like December 4th, and then another attempt here, December 16th. So we'll see how this one goes. Meanwhile, it's been in a range where the lower end of support has been around 22 high change, even down to 22 low change. Resistance, the highest area is 22.5 up to that of 22.96 area. Within this exchange, within these numbers anyway. What are the difference of these numbers? I haven't even checked that. This says 25.29, and the other one says 25.48. So a differential of 18 cents, or that about 0.75%. Well, whatever. But yeah, the short-term movements of this is looking phenomenal, and amongst it, it still has to really have this break above here. I do think that as we are moving into the end of the year, and really the next few days and weeks, the rest of this week into next week, and really the rest of this week is only 2 more days, so the next 7 or so days, that we're going to be seeing higher prices. And Christmas time, or on December 25th, 27.5 area, that's my guess. We'll see what happens. I mean, that would be a situation where can you bet? Interesting. I was on a sports book today, and I'm just a new one that I'm at, and they have a financial section, and of course I'm going to look at that because I mean, if they can have markets I can trade on, I can win that. At least I can try to. And you talk about, oh my goodness, how bad that is. They have a thing, Dow Jones, I mean, whatever, on it. And they would be stating what will be the last digit of the Dow Jones. Will it be a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? We'll give you like 7.5 to 1 odds. I mean, are you kidding me? And they'll give you like minus 105 or minus 110 if it's going to be an even or an odd number. There's like no edge there. That's like playing a lottery. But when I do these videos showing different markets, I'm trying to find and show different ways, explain different edges that people can have. And whether you're trading markets in whichever form, well, silver should just be one of many different vehicles that you use that's like whatever else compared to that of gold or the financials, or if you're trading these paper markets and whatever. You're just trying to get a gain, and then you win your portfolio, and then what you do with your portfolio, maybe buying silver is one of the things within it. And then, of course, when you're using this as buying, well, whether it's precious metals, cryptocurrencies, whatnot, and you're looking to buy and sell within it, how you time the markets for when you buy and sell, well, the better you can do to give yourself the best prices. I mean, a lot of it can be when you have your money yourself to buy, or currency to buy, I should say, to get money, I would think anyway. But so I guess you're buying money, yeah, okay. When do you have that extra amount of fiat dollars? When obviously a lot of people get paid every so often, or you get some extra cash flows one way or another at this given time, and it just happens to be I got cash now, and then you can be okay. Is it a good buy in here? And when I see markets like this is just leaving the 18 average the way it is. Buy, sell, hold. Those are the questions they've always asked on those shows. And if I was to be asked that as a analyst show, I mean, it's gonna be buy, but how enthusiastic? How do I explain it? And all those things would be all part of this process. And then if I'm a tout service of any situation in here, to me, I would be stating that even at around 24.80 on the break, where does that look here on the daily? Oh, let's go 4 hour. Well, the buy signal really came in here December 16th at 2 o'clock in the morning. So today was your buy day. So it would have been the service would have been alert, 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 buy silver today. Oh, by the way, the biggest alert service was to buy Bitcoin today, actually. That was a big one. But so this is just as big, too. I mean, and it's interesting. They both happened on the same day, I suppose. I mean, the reason why Bitcoin did is because it barely broke all-time highs today. And that's going to be big for silver, same thing, too, in this spot when when it breaks its all-time highs. I guess I got the right one up. But before I do that, I want to take a look at it from this one because I got multiple different Fibonacci's. There we go. We got this level in here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is weak resistance, as I like to call it. Especially because I like to see how it's breaking from the monthly like this. So if you try to talk about the parlay of events, what has happened, what is happening, and what is going to happen from this point forward in the three mechanisms of time in past, present, and future. Well, within past, no resistance amongst Fib, resistance amongst Fib, unable to come back to this key area, but doing so at an area over many periods, and at present, leaving the 18 average of highs. In future, well, to me, it looks like we're going to make some sort of a play to the 28.58 relatively soon, within this period or the next, so December or January. And at that stage, amongst the question mark, because every time I get to a key level, anything's way down, way up or down. Now what? Question mark becomes, well, that's the next question. And sometimes the answers can be very difficult, but I don't think this one is as difficult. Weak resistance, I think, is the answer. So how would I define weak resistance? Well, either no resistance at all. Thus, expect a concise move next to 35 and a third. And another way of weak resistance is it finds a higher low from the last one. The last low we can see is in at around 22. So we come up to 28, maybe we find some higher low where we came from around 24 or 25. Or we congest around this. Maybe, well, actually, if we support it, that can be we resist it. But we congest it, maybe we resist like 30 and change or 31, 30, whatever. And we support like 28, 27, something like that. Support it, even supporting it too. But supporting it would just be part of the mechanism of a concise move up to 35 and a third as well. But it does seem to me as if that's what the future holds. And then now what question mark at 35 and a third? And that becomes a little more cloudy, a little more difficult to state. I'm most certainly not going to say weak resistance because I don't know how it's going to get there on the way as far as its direct movement to such. And overall, it's the big long-term game of this, of silver, is journey and destination. To me, at least I say to myself, and the destination is pretty much guaranteed. Silver is not going to lose this game. It's going to do well. I mean, it's going to hold your value, but I mean, come on, it's going to do better than hold your value. You're going to be gaining on it. That's how I look at it as. Now, of course, the way you get there, like say your destination, maybe you're in New York and you're going to Los Angeles. Whether you go to Minnesota first and maybe take a pit stop over to Vancouver, then head out over to Paris, take a flip back over to Toronto, and then do here and there to get there. Wow, that's a long journey. But hey, if you get there, you get there, and you will, of course. Of course, I'm saying it's up and down movements on the way there. And now I'm narrowing the situation. I'm talking about like years from now and how this is going to go to hundreds and thousands on the way up kind of deal. But I'm talking about the probability odds on the breakout here that this has fantastic moves. So it does seem to me that going to 35 and a third relatively soon, I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but it's a high percentage. So the journey to get to that destination is what we will be talking about. So does that journey have a move to 28.58 where then it goes down to 25 and then it takes 6 months to do that, then it breaks, and then after a year or whatever, then it makes it? Okay, that would take a long time. And maybe that journey has like 28.58 being resistance for 17 hours or 17 days only. We'll see, but I do believe there's a very, very good chance that in 2021, silver will have a better up year than it has already been having, which is what, 30% or so for the year. What did it close the year at here? Last year it closed at 1782. So right now 18, so that's 527 plus another 540 or so on 17. 38% or so. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if next year silver has like 50, 80, 100, 200% gains for 2021. I mean, whatever happens, happens. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.